Kia ora, this program is brought to you by New Zealand On Air and Wellington Access Radio. Make your voice heard.
Which kind of leads nicely, actually. I think Lady Gaga, you know, she has these messages of wrecked hearts and broken love stories.
How could we avoid all that?
Well, I think Lady Gaga could have avoided all that if she talked to Charlotte Hinksman.
The right language.
If she did.
Yes, I'm available if Lady Gaga is listening.
Right, Lady Gaga, Charlotte Hinksman. Charlotte Hinksman, life coach and therapist, can help you out.
Yes,
Hi, Charlotte.
I can. Hello. Happy New Year, Merrily.
Nice to have you back on
Thank you.
Community Zone.
Thank you very much. Well, I won't be talking about anything erotic.
No.
Is that okay?
I thought we were going to talk about Valentine's Day.
We are.
Okay.
We are. So we're talking about love languages.
Ooh, sexy.
Do you know what they are?
No.
I might know.
Christine might know.
Go on, Christine.
There's 5, right?
Well, according to a guy called Gary Chapman, there's 5.
According to Gary, there's 5.
According to Gary.
So one of them is like getting physical affection.
Yep.
One of them is being told like verbal affirmation.
Yep. Words of affirmation.
How do you know all this, Christine?
One is like gift giving.
She's in love.
Love. I speak the language of love. I'll talk to you after
Well, so I'm
the
just
show.
in a boring,
She's doing well so far.
I'm just in a boring
Gifts.
long-term relationship, am I?
2
then
more.
There's spending time with your loved
Quality
one.
time, yeah.
And then there's another one which is service. Giving,
acts of
doing
service.
acts of
Well,
service.
thanks, Charlotte, for coming in.
I
guess that's the end of the interview.
I could have just sent Kristen an email and she could have read it out.
That's right.
So the love language thing is really interesting because what it is about how your brain works and how you interpret love and how you express love.
Yes, tell me more.
Well, because we're all wired differently, what can happen is if your partner likes hearing words, for example, and that's how they know that they're loved, sorry, I'm distracted by something.
No, that's all right. Keep talking.
Yeah, what did you ask?
Let's just start again.
Okay. Merrily just answered the phone, that's why I was
Sorry,
distracted.
someone at the
That's okay.
door.
Is there?
Yeah, it says they've got to help people out.
Is there a buzzer to get in here?
There is.
How come I don't know?
We made you scale the walls.
So what this guy Gary Chapman found out is that people tend to have a preference for how they know that they're loved by the person that's supposed to love them in their life.
And it's not just romantic relationships either, is it?
It's based on that. So he's a relationship counsellor. But it's quite, I think it's useful to know how your friends and how your family know that they're valued as well. Not necessarily that you'd be in love with them, but how they would know that you're valued. Yeah.
I love you, Christine.
I love you too, Merrily.
Yeah,
And
so
I'm showing you both acts of physical affection right now.
Is that your love language, Merrily?
I think I am a physical affection person.
Yeah.
I think I'm also someone who needs...
We can find out in a minute. We can
good.
do a little experiment.
Yes.
But let me finish explaining.
Yes, we're listening.
So, so you might, for example, like somebody might need to hear the words to know that they're loved, but your partner may need some kind of physical touch to know that they're loved.
And that can
by you.
Yep.
So if you don't know each other's language, then you might feel like you're constantly expressing that you love them,
but
they're not getting it. They're not
I have
hearing
that
it,
problem.
inverted commas. Is that right? It's interesting, isn't it?
I do, yeah. Because we have crossed wires at home sometimes.
And it's to do with how your brain works as well, because like some people are primarily visual.
Okay.
And some people are primarily auditory, so they like to hear stuff and they work with sounds. And some people are primarily kinesthetic, which is feelings and touch. So it's kind of like, as a generalisation, artists and photographers tend to be more visual. Composers tend to work with sounds more, and writers are more kind of auditory digital, we say, which is program themselves in words.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's all linked in with that. So, do you want to find out what your love language might be? Okay.
Yeah.
So it involves you closing your eyes.
It's like a dolly. It's like a dolly quiz.
It involves you closing your eyes for a couple of minutes. Is that okay?
Great.
I can do that. I'm doing it as long as I don't fall off my chair.
Okay. I don't think you will, unless you rock.
I do.
Okay. So what I'd like you to do is find a time in your memory when you know for certain that the person that you were with, it doesn't have to be the person you're with now, that you knew that they really loved you or valued you. So just remember a time when you knew. They've both got their eyes closed. They're being very good. So have you both got a memory that you can recall?
Yep.
One that's pleasant to think about, so not one that's at the end of a fight or something like that. Okay.
That was tricky.
So we're going to do a bit of guided recall where I'll get you to imagine that you're kind of stepping back into that experience. So you imagine getting back into your body.
Oh, okay. Hang on.
And just remember what you were seeing at that time, and remember what was going on, remember what was the situation was, remember what they were saying to you, and just remember what was happening. And you can do this privately, so nobody has to know. So it can be any
Christine's
situation.
convulsing.
I know.
Oh, I opened my
Goodness only
eyes.
knows what she's remembering. But we don't need to know because it's private.
Okay.
And then so when you've remembered that, then think about how did you know that the person loved or valued you. So was it something that they showed you? Was it a place that they took you? Was it a certain look that they gave you? Was it something that they said in words in a certain tone of voice, or how they said it? Or was it the way that they touched you physically?
Can it be more than one thing?
It usually is, but think about which one is so absolutely necessary that if the other two weren't there, that you'd know absolutely that you were loved just by that one thing. So if none of the others were there, how would you know that you were absolutely loved or valued by that person just by that absolutely necessary one thing?
I think mine's physical. I think mine's being hugged or held or touched. Yeah.
I'm tossing up between that and we don't have to have our eyes closed anymore.
No, you can open your eyes, sorry.
and being told. Physical.
So my primary one is hearing it, and the next one is physical touch.
We're so similar.
Yeah.
We should be in a relationship.
I think,
But it is handy to kind of, if your partner's got the same language, like the primary language, it's quite handy because you don't have to work so hard to think about how you could communicate to them.
Right.
I told my partner when I realised that, I was like, okay, you have to tell me that you love me because I need to be told.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it goes missed. So they could be buying you stuff or like taking you places, and they might think they're expressing it, but you're not really hearing it.
He's a service doer.
Yeah, like
Is he?
Just do
Acts of
stuff for me.
service, yeah.
That's nice.
It is.
But if he doesn't say I love you.
No, he does. I've told him to.
Yeah, but
Because she's expressed her love language.
Well, that's good.
So that's really good.
So,
Everyone wins.
okay.
Especially because I still get stuff done for me.
That's right. So this isn't about making your partner a slave, by the way.
Oh.
So the other useful thing is to find out what theirs is.
Yeah.
Because theirs may be unnatural to you, but it's handy if it's the same. But what Gary Chapman discovered is that people with opposite love languages seem to be attracted to each other. So there's usually differences. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so it's worth finding out, and then you can express.
It's also interesting to think about, like, you know, how people have issues with their parents and they're like, oh my God, my parents didn't love me.
Yeah.
Right.
And
what
thinking about what actually maybe
Yeah.
they showed their love to you in a different way.
Yeah, and what was missing as well. Yeah, it is interesting, eh?
So, Charlotte, if people are interested in finding out more stuff about this, where would they go?
Well, they can go to Gary Chapman's website and you can do a little quiz.
Oh,
which
cool.
Gets you to think about it in more depth. So that's www.5 and lovelanguages.com. And my website has got blogs and stuff that you can connect to, so that's www.charlottehinksman.com.
I love how you say Charlotte.
Charlotte. That's how my mum says it. She says, Charlotte. Yeah. So just so people, because sometimes people spell it with an E instead of an O.
Oh.
Yes.
Not Charlotte.
Yes.
Really?
And sometimes people spell it with an S-H.
I heard of someone spelling it,
Or sometimes just
spelling
with
it
an
like.
Sometimes they do.
No, you just ruined my story. I was going to say I heard of someone naming their child Charlotte, but it was like Harlot with a C, and I thought,
How could it be Harlot with a C?
like Harlot,
Yeah.
and a C in front, so Charlotte.
Oh, yeah.
So no
Oh, I
T on the
see.
end.
Right.
I was actually, I'm just going to share with you.
Because that would make it Charlotte.
I was nearly going to be called Charlotte, but my dad
Really?
decided that he wouldn't have that because he thought that I was going to be called Charlotte the Harlot.
Right, I
I don't
get
know what
called
that says about my dad thinking that.
I know.
Anyway.
I wonder what his love language was.
Service.
Or is.
Service.
Oh, thank you, Charlotte.
Thank you. So next time, can I explain a bit more what NLP is? Because I think people might want to know.
Yes, let's talk about NLP. So next month when Charlotte joins us, NLP.
What does it even stand for? Just give us a teaser.
Neuro-linguistic programming.
Sweet.
Yes.
3 of the sweetest words in the language of love.
Exactly. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Charlotte.
Thank you.
That program is brought to you by New Zealand On Air. Wellington Access Radio is proud to use Concerto networks for our IT needs.